Will Iran be able to spend this the way it wants? What are your thoughts on this prisoner swap deal? Many people have remarked about this, that President Biden agreed to this on September 11th, agreeing to open up this money flow to arguably what many people say is the largest sponsor of terrorism. Is that a fair statement?
Good morning, Maria, and thank you for having me again on your program.
The world on this, are they still doing business on the black market on oil? I mean, OPEC said this week they're expecting demand for oil to remain elevated, predicting next year global demand to rise by 2.25 million barrels a day.
Good morning, Maria, and thank you for having me again on your program.
They're also saying that they're demanding that demand will surpass pre-COVID-19 levels. What are your expectations in terms of demand?
Absolutely, and that's the reason why so many freedom-fighting Iranians wonder that if there are assets that are frozen as a result of further sanctions, let's say if tomorrow the IRGC is placed on the terrorist list and more assets.
They're also saying that they're demanding that demand will surpass pre-COVID-19 levels. What are your expectations in terms of demand?
That ultimately, let's not forget, this is the money, the people of Iran's money, and they could in fact repurpose such frozen assets towards supporting the Iranian people. If there is a policy of the maximum support, and for instance, support labor strikes in Iran. If you talk about humanitarian aid, do it directly. Why give it to a regime that is murdering its people in Iran and continuing its raising havoc in the region and beyond?
And how much Iranian oil is being sold right now on the black market?
Of course, Iranians are united, but we need the world to also be united with us. We want governments and their politicians, irrespective of which side of the aisle they stand, to have multi-partisan, or in this country, bipartisan support when it comes to Iran. We're talking about human rights. We're talking.
Iran's president issued a strong warning to protesters.
And I'm glad that the U.S. Congress, at least, has already taken some steps in that direction.